You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, it's not often you will hear me say I may agree with an NBA player these days. But it seems Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets may be seriously considering setting out home games over the jab. That's right. As we know, New York and some of these other places, New Jersey, California, have some insane jab mandates out there requiring that certain people in certain places have to have the jab. Well, because of that, the NBA is facing a serious competitive imbalance issue because you will have players that don't want to get vaccinated, and seems Kyrie Irving's one of them. Andrew Wiggins is another one. We're talking about high-profile players that are going to set out, and in the case of Kyrie, the Nets are trying to win a championship with the big three. Well, of course, one could argue Kyrie likes to set out games anyway, but he has come out by way of his family, and there have been some comments made about how they truly feel about these vaccine mandates, and they used a very interesting term right now that probably has Adam Silver shaking in his boots because of their social justice causes in the NBA. Kyrie Irving could skip Nets home games because of, quote, oppression. Imagine that. Oppression vaccine mandate. Yeah, there's a possibility the Nets will take the court for their first home preseason game on October 8th without star Kyrie Irving, and maybe every game in Brooklyn this season. One of Irving's family members told Rolling Stone there was a scenario where players could skip games this season to avoid the, quote, oppressing limitations of New York City's vaccine mandate. Absolutely oppressing. Crazy use of the word, but in this particular sense, look, they're not far off the mark. They're not. If the NBA season started today, Irving would not be able to practice or play games in Brooklyn as he has not been vaccinated against COVID-19, according to Fox Sports. Nets general manager Sean Marks suggested to reporters on Tuesday that a few players would not be able to play due to the vaccine mandate if the season started that day. Quote, there are so many players outside of him who are opting out. I would like to think they would make a way, Kyrie's aunt, Tiki Irving, told Rolling Stone. It could be like every third game, so it still gives you a full season of being interactive and being on the court, but with limitations that they're, of course, oppressing upon you. There can be some sort of formula where the NBA and players can come to some sort of agreement. Tiki Irving runs the 7-time All-Stars Family Foundation and is one of the people in his regular circle of advisors. A spokeswoman for Irving declined to respond to Rolling Stone's questions regarding the vaccine and playing status. Irving also did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone. The NBA informed teams it would have to abide by the COVID-19 vaccine mandates in their home city. In New York, nobody over the age of 12 is allowed to enter certain covered premises. Over 12? Wow. Without proof of at least one dose of a vaccination unless given an approved medical or religious exemption. Andrew Wiggins just tried to get the religious exemption, and guess what? Was denied. Quote, he is going to try to figure that out as it comes because it's not religious-based, it's moral-based, Tiki Irving told Rolling Stone of Kyrie, who follows someone on Instagram who claims the vaccine is, quote, fulfilling prophecies of Satan's ultimate plan to enslave the human soul. Whoa. Wow. Well, look, Kyrie's out there, but at least certainly the government may be imposing something to try to control people and the human race at this point. Rolling Stone reports that 50 to 60 NBA players have yet to have a single dose. The report details how unvaccinated players have pushed the NBA around and, quote, forced the league to cave on regulations in the near medical guide. According to Rolling Stones, however, all courtside players and personnel will be required to wear masks on area benches and around practice facilities for the foreseeable future due to the emergence of the Delta variant. After the interview, more than a dozen people, including players and executives, Rolling Stones unearthed that the Moderna microchip misinformation campaign has spread across multiple NBA locker rooms and chats. The NBA should insist that all players and staff are vaccinated or remove them from the team, according to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There is no room for players who are willing to risk the health and lives of teammates. Okay, so we've got Kareem out there virtue signaling on behalf of the jab. Look, I don't care if you get the jab or not. That's none of my business. That's up to you, up to your medical professional, whatever you choose, because it's your personal freedom. It's your personal right. But, Adam Silver's got a mess on his hands. That many players in the league, unvaccinated. So basically every team is unvaccinated except the Lakers, who've come out and bragged about the fact that everybody will be vaccinated by game day, the first game of the season. We will see. But I can tell you from Kyrie's wording, Kyrie's not going to bend on this. Okay? He's not even looking at it as a personal freedom assault. He's bringing a whole nother argument into it and bringing the horns of the devil into it. Wow. That's pretty wild. And his family's using the words oppression. NBA's in a bind. NBA is going to be in a serious bind. It's going to be interesting. And once again, with the Nets, something is going to keep the Nets from really competing for a title. Maybe Harden, maybe Kevin Durant can carry the team as a twosome. It's very possible. That's a hell of a twosome. But people that are still watching the NBA can find out. Find out and let us know. We'll let you know what the ratings are. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.